You're listening to Short Inspirations from Ralph. Forgiving the Unforgivable, Part 6. In this episode I want to look at 6 steps for seeking forgiveness. In other words, you have been the perpetrator, you have been the person who has done wrong to someone else or hurt them. The first step is to admit what you did was wrong and hurtful. No excuses, no transferring blame, just keep it simply to that. Number 2, try to understand or empathize with the pain you have caused. Walk in their shoes. Number 3, take responsibility for your actions and make restitution if necessary. Number 4, assure the person that you will not do it again. Number 5, apologize and ask for forgiveness. Number 6, the last one in seeking forgiveness, is to forgive yourself. So in other words, you have mucked up. Don't beat yourself up forever with that. 6 steps for granting forgiveness. You are the hurt person, you are the victim if you like, on that end of it. So number 1, acknowledge your pain and anger. Don't try and avoid it or bury it, just acknowledge it. Be specific about your future expectations and limits. Number 3, give up your right to get even, but insist on being treated better in the future. Number 4, let go of blame, resentment and negativity towards the other person. Let it go, like that balloon that I mentioned earlier. Number 5, communicate your act of forgiveness to the other person. Number 6, work towards reconciliation when it's safe to do that. The final point that I want to make now in this episode is there's a massive difference between forgiving someone and trusting that person. It may well be that you have let it go. In other words, it's no longer a sting in your system, but you can no longer trust that person. Building trust is not up to you, it's up to the person who has broken the trust. Very, very important. So if someone is robbed my house and there's justice for that and whatever else happens from that, I may forgive that person for doing so, but I'm not going to let them into my house again. I create a boundary or boundaries. And often a person who is a perpetrator or someone who's angry with you or has their own problems will confuse the two issues. They'll say, you haven't forgiven me because you don't trust me. And you can say, well, yes, I have forgiven you for the hurt you've done, but I just can't trust you. And that's quite valid. But sometimes trust can be restored, of course, but it takes time and it takes steps from the other person, the perpetrator, to do so. Forgiving the unforgivable, it's possible, it can be done, and you can sweeten your spirit and live your life again to the fullest. God bless you.